To normalize that your toddler will probably throw themselves on the floor and have a tantrum at some point this week. And it doesn't mean they're bad. It doesn't mean they're a brat. It doesn't mean that they're doing something wrong or you need to teach them a lesson. It literally just means that they have a big emotion and they don't know how to handle it. There's a huge difference that I need you to understand between ignoring a tantrum and treating it like it's something that absolutely needs to be stopped because it's not okay, and being unbothered by your toddler's emotions, right? Being a neutral observer of your toddler's big emotions and actually being there to help them learn how to regulate those big feelings, even if it's about something so silly. Because when you ignore a tantrum, when you ignore your toddler's big emotions, when you tell them to go to timeout, or you literally turn around and you're like ignoring them and you're basically giving them the message of your emotions are not okay, let me know when you can pull it together and then we can have a conversation, then you're not actually teaching them anything. However, if you can approach the situation of not being triggered, not being bothered by their big emotions, but simply being like, yeah, I see you. You feel really strong. You really wish that I could lift you to the moon. That's so frustrating. I hear you. You're not triggered by it. You're not bothered by it. You're not trying to fix it. You're not trying to shame them. You're not trying to get them to stop. You are literally just like this calm, grounded energy. And they will absorb that calmness from your nervous system into their body. And that's how they learn to regulate their emotions. So when they are 5, 6, 15, 30, they've actually got the skills to manage their disappointment, their frustration that's coming up. Ironically, when you do this, you're actually going to have less tantrums overall. And I can say this not only from my experience with my 3 kids who are 5, 3, and 1, but from the literal hundreds of parents that have grabbed the toddler tantrums guide and message me and say like, my toddler's having less tantrums, or we only had 1 meltdown this week, or dinner time went way better, or bedtime was so much easier, or like getting dressed for school in the morning was a breeze because my toddler wasn't having an absolute meltdown. It's because they weren't just ignoring their toddler's tantrums or trying to shut it down. They were using those moments as an opportunity to teach their little ones emotional regulation, impulse control, those skills that they need over time to be able to manage their big feelings. As a respectful parent, that's going to make your life way easier in the little years.